Hey everybody, so it is December 31st for me, the last day of the year, and probably the last live coding that, or not live, well, I guess it is live coding that I'll do for this project. And so starting tomorrow, I'll be doing a new one. I may, I was talking about possibly doing like the upload, but I've already done a couple where I showed the upload, creating the dist and the upload. There's really no point to doing that. But what is left? Well, the one thing that I really wanted to be able to do was control the number of knots on this thing. And I did leave off where it wasn't the default anymore, which was 64 and 8 for the radial segments. It says the default was 2 for the knots. So so what was it? 64 and 8. So we'll change that to 64 and 8. 8, and then I just want to try, what if I put a 1 in there? If it just is a ring or something, don't move, that'll be interesting. um, and add mesh, show edit form. Now I know the default is 2, so I'll definitely make it 2, but I'm just curious. Torus knot. So it didn't really do anything. What if I make it 5? Oh wait, but that doesn't happen until I make a change. So let me. Oh, so that is 2. So that is 1. That's what you get if you have a 1. So let's go ahead and turn this into, add a material that is a little bit easier to. That is pretty cool. So that's what happens if you have a 1. So now we're going to try 5. And so add mesh, show edit form, and then torus knot. I think when we change this to normal, we'll get. Maybe not. Maybe not. So that's a 5. That is neat. Animate that so we can see. That's pretty cool. So yeah, so that is neat. So I want to make this to where we can configurable. So let's go ahead and go in here, and we can just follow along. So I guess we should put it right next to tube diameter. Uh, so knots, and that's a number, and then we'll save that. And that's gonna break stuff, but I guess there was really no reason since we have all the. Let's go ahead and add this guy here. Well, I guess we should add this. We should update this one first. Okay, so I think the default was 2. So what's this called? Knots 2. So that's the default value. I definitely need to add like get default, have like a function like that or something like that. Dot knots. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Rhett? I love you. Rhett is being very sweet today. There was a cat scuffle right outside a second ago. We have like uh, feral cats that live in the not. What was it? I can't even believe feral knots. Um, that live in our immediate area, and sometimes they interact with our domestic cats, and I guess they were not seeing eye to eye, so So they screeched at each other, and that scared Rat. So knots. Mesh item dot knots, comma. And I think that's going to cover everything in here. And then down here, I think we just need to add one thing. Something along the lines of this right here. Let's go ahead and just have it go back a little bit. And then knots. I'll just change this to knots. I believe we need that knots. And then the number of turns. And we will add the mesh, show edit form. Snort. Did we get our new, yep, knots? Let's change that to 3. So I think, oh, we didn't update the service. Okay, so I think the first thing, yeah, we leave that as is because it's just all the defaults, and we did stay with defaults. And then on this one, for not geometry, we want to add 8, and then, oh, that's the 5. So mesh item dot knots. And we'll see. We shall see. Ooh. Ooh. Brett knows it's the last one of the year, so we need to make it good. 3. Oh no, nothing happened. Did I save it? Oh. So the it's not looking for a change in that, so it didn't update. Yep, so now we have all the knots. And then say 0.1. And then let's go ahead and make it a normal. So 0.2. 0.3. 1.5. It's kind of creepy. I don't know about you guys, but that seems a bit creepy to me. 4. Let's go with 6 and 6 and 6. We'll animate that so we can see. I think that is really cool, actually, now that I see it in this. This drives me to want to control the number, like the segments and all that, to be able to make it rounder. And I feel like we had that for text. Let's see, let's move this to a text. I don't even know what happens. And bevel offset. Yeah, see bevel segments. Oh, but these are specific, I think. So, yeah, that would have been cool. I don't think there's any reason to, I don't think it's cool enough that it would be worth continuing, kind of going on with the project. But I do think this is really, really cool. So it seems like as the not count goes up, so like 7, you probably, oh my gosh, that's cool. You probably want to make the difference between the diameter and like the radius bigger. 17. Man, it just would be really cool, like if we could control, and obviously we could, but if we could control like the curvature, and then like if we had the material on both sides with lighting in there, and we had like kind of the ability to well, yeah, that would be actually very difficult to have something move around in there. And then like with the physics engines, I wonder if we'll be able to create materials that are similar to this. Because if we can make a material that's similar to this, then we could probably emulate like a ball moving through this, and have the camera um, as we move through, which would probably be pretty cool. I do think this is really neat, though. Camera. Let's see. Edit. And I'm going to start at 15. So we're farther out now, and then let's animate it. So like if I said -15, let's just slow that down a little bit. And that definitely has like the feel of like moving in to like the Milky Way or something like that. It's really cool. Man, that is just the coolest in my opinion. It just like literally makes my heart just like flutter watching this whole thing happen. And it would be cool. I wonder, it would be really cool to get like this 3D printed. Um, I think that would be really, really neat. I don't know if Rhett's just not paying attention or if she's stunned. She's busy prettying herself up. Um, but I think this is just a fantastic way to end this web series. Um, just a really cool thing. I wonder, since we're just right at the end there, what if we were to move this to a Fong and just add a light? Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. Dang. Love it. Man, there's just so many cool images in there. And it does really feel like a spaceship coming in, seeing something in there. See, pause. It's so nice that we can just sort of just control the exact spot we want. Let it run. Let's go ahead and add another light. Move this one up like to 5. Can't remember. Oh yeah, spotlight is like points right on something. So we'll make one of the lights red. And that is just so cool. It's just really, really cool. It's absolutely amazing the things you can do with ThreeJS and Angular. The control that you can have. It's just fantastic. I'm really, really happy with this. And like I said, I think this is just such a perfect way to end this web series. Definitely gonna be starting from scratch again with you know uh, just more like a different architecture. I really enjoyed the developer experience of updating the meshes because it was just like super consistent, super reliable. Everything made sense the whole time. And then I would say at the other end of the extreme was the animations. Like every time I try to do any kind of code on the animation side, it was just complete chaos and confusion and things breaking all the time. And I think, the goal would be to make, I think that there was improvements that could be made on the mesh user experience, like having sort of the add and duplicate, sort of duplicate code and stuff. And then honestly, like it seemed like these form fields should just get generated. They shouldn't, based on, I should just be able to add a property and basically, I don't know, either exclude, say all properties, I mean, all mesh types are qualified to use this property, or maybe exclude like the following mesh types, you should skip it, and then write the code to just generate this whole form, um, as opposed to the way it is right now where I have to manually go in and update it. I think that would be an improvement. And then like if I could somehow combine the add and the update code um, so that when you added a new thing, you just updated one set of code instead of a bunch of set of codes. And it is goofy that like you add it and then you just set it to the defaults, and then when you do the update, then you do that. Like it'd be nice if that was one set of code. But I do know that like I didn't, if I remember correctly, like some things like position, um, like that applies to all of them. So it's just kind of like, it's X position, it's Y position, you know, those all apply to all of them, not just like this thing. So like when you change that, you don't really, when you change the X and Y position, you don't really want to rebuild a whole new thing. So, there's are things to think about. But um, yeah, I'm super pleased with this. I think it's just very, very, very fun and neat, and definitely the 13-year-old me is awesome. This will go out, I believe, on the 2nd of January, but it is the 31st of December for me. So tomorrow is New Year's Day. I'll upload this latest code to the website and push this code to and and merge it and everything offline. There's no reason to do another video on those things. Um, and then tomorrow for both of us. It's just tomorrow for me it'll be the first, and tomorrow for you will be the third. If you watch this on the day that it's released, we'll be starting a brand new application, ThreeJS Angular, um, and this time I'll put it in its own video series so that if someone wants to watch that one from the very first video on, it'll be easy. And yeah, guys, gals, whoever's out there, whoever just loves to code, I don't care. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.